Last time on Corpse Party Blood Drive. Sorry. Ah! Jesus Christ! Try shaking off Sachi. That did not work! Oh, Jesus! My, seems your jaw's broken. Let's hide that face of yours, shall we? I can't bear to look at you right now, you're so sickening. Satoshi Mochida, your little sister, is mine. Ah, staircase key, I found it! Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to Corpse Party Blood Drive. So, last time we started Chapter 6, and, oh boy, things went bad. Got a bad end right off the bat with Ayumi, and like a creepy mirror. Found out that Misuto, got confirmation that Misuto has been just, using Ayumi the entire time. He then tricked, Yuka and her friend Satsuki into coming to, a heavenly host, and then proceeded to, kick Satsuki down the stairs so that she would die, and, claimed that Satoshi was dead to break Yuka's will, because apparently he needs her to make a receptacle for his new Book of Shadows. And now, as Ayumi, we are heading toward the staircase, which we actually went to last time, but, the problem is that we didn't have the key. But now we do have the key, so we should be able to get to the top now, and, oh boy, things is about to get bad. I remember how bad things got up here. Oh, man. Okay. Use the staircase key. We're finally getting to the top of this place. Whoa! Ah! So she's got Azusa pinned down. Magari grabbed the now primal beast like Azusa by the hair and pinned her down. Hold still, you little bitch. How cute. She thinks she can overpower me. Even if I took her back to the real world, though, she'd never be appointed executive officer now. Ugh, you're such a pain in the ass, you know that? A tall shrine with a bell could be seen from the window, and from its peak there were 6 columns of light stretching upward. Ayumi? Oh, fuck. Did she really gather all of them? Is she out of her fucking mind? That is a lot of dead people! That is a lot of dead people! At long last I reached the top. And there it was, the 6th pillar in all its horrifying glory. Looked like some bizarre growth coming down from the roof, composed entirely of long-dead skeletons. I observed it in horror, mouth agape, as a fluttering winged insect scraped up against my ear canal. Ah! All of the corpses had red, ceremonial-looking marks emblazoned on them. The 6th and final pillar was the crown. What a sight it was. So, this is the last one. I close my eyes and reach out to try touching the marking on one of the corpse's neck. What the hell are you doing? Stop! Don't agitate the pillars any more than you already have! You again? Look, just stay out of my way! Stop! I'll take that. As she screamed, Misuto leapt in from out of nowhere and snatched the water pillar crystal Mercy from Magari's chest before she had any idea what was happening. Is that all you've got, Magari of the Martuba? Misuto looked on in sick pleasure, sticking his tongue out playfully as Magari plummeted to certain doom. I doubt it's to certain doom! We've seen what she's capable of! Satisfied, he then turned his attention to the final pillar, which had just finished unsealing. Light began to shine even brighter. I could only watch, stunned and squinting, as the new spectacle unfurled before me. What is this? There was a powerful blast of wind, and then the pillar crumbled. Oh, that can't be good! Unbeknownst to me, the other pillars had crumbled as well. The entire school rumbled and shook beneath our feet. Oh God, I'm scared. What's happening? Somebody help me! Suddenly, the entire Nirvana was blanketed in impenetrable darkness. Okay, I was like, why is everything so dark for some reason? I could barely see. It's as if the whole place vanished, only to be replaced with an empty void. I could sense that I was crouched on the ground, clutching my forehead. I raised my line of sight upward, the faintest hint of a glow catching my attention. Oh, what? Above me I could see the sky, though it was muted, distorted, and discolored, as if being filtered through a warped purple veil. It looked a bit like the Aurora Borealis. Oh, that's bad! A few moments passed in relative silence, only for the stillness to be broken by a sound echoing from the sky above. It was reminiscent of ice cracking on the surface of a lake. The scenery that lay before me was something out of a dream. Even then, after everything I'd been through, I had a tough time believing it was real. What's happened? Then there was another sound, directly in front of me. It best described as a mass of metal collapsing to the ground. I turned down and saw what looked like a piece of limestone with an eerie white glow. This was, I knew, the crystallized power of the final pillar. It's the last crystal. Crown, huh? I picked it up, and almost immediately, Misuto tossed the stone he'd taken from Magari over to me. Ayumi, take out all the crystals you've gathered. That's a fine greeting after all this time. Formalities are meaningless. Take out the crystals and put them all together. Damn it! There was too much at stake for me to dwell on this. Begrudgingly, as instructed, I took out the other crystals from my pocket and fit them together into a single object. They snapped into place snugly and, in one final bright light, fused inseparably. The result was a more or less round crystal with a black sheen reminiscent of hematite. This, I would learn, was called the Kabbalah Dogra, and it was now complete.
Wow. So with this, Sachi can be defeated? And all my friends can be resurrected?
Nicely done! Misuto flashed me a wry smile, but then...
Ayumi! Aiko! You're alright!
Oh, thank God, best girl Aiko's here!
Ayumi, listen. I need to apologize to you.
Clothing had been burned in several spots, and the skin beneath her now black with ash or red with blood.
The nurse's office. Thank goodness. Wonder if there's anything I can use here to treat burns. What Sachi burned me with was spirit fire, so water's no good. Fortunately, spirit fire is susceptible to talismans, and I had plenty of those on me. That has to be what saved me. But my skin is pretty scorched. I need to disinfect it at least. Disinfect?
Leaned against the wall and smirked in spite of myself.
Am I actually trying to survive in here? I have no way home anymore, so what's the point in trying to live any longer than I have to? The invisible intelligence agent, huh? What a joke. I literally just walked right in here without a care in the world. And now look at me, burned to a crisp.
I let myself slide down the wall until I was sitting. Then I stared out the window, defeated and alone.
Sis, what did I say to her when I left? See you in half a year? Now I don't even know when I'll see her again. No, that's not true. I won't ever see her again.
I looked down at the floor and breathed a deep sigh.
My fate lies here in this school, huh? Alongside Naho, Sayaka, and Haruyuki. There's just no fighting it. I brought this on myself.
I stood up and placed my hand on the infirmary door.
Though I'm going to continue fighting it anyway, until my final breath. So I guess I'm trying to survive in here, even if it's just for one moment longer.
When I opened the door, what I saw chilled me to my core. This was not a school infirmary. It was the clinic from Yoshie's home.
What's going on? This isn't Heavenly Host!
There was a person sitting at the desk. Her face wasn't visible from the back, but her identity seemed clear.
There's no doubt about it. That was in the document I gave Magari Mizuki. It's the clinic from Yoshie Shinozaki's estate, so that must be Yoshie herself.
The nurse was writing something in, presumably, her journal. I was focused on the task that she remained oblivious of everything else around her. Or at least she seemed oblivious. If she did notice me, she didn't care. She just kept on writing.
I was a fool! Right now, since Sachiko swallowed the Nirvana, things are peaceful, but who knows how long that will last? What's going to happen if Sachiko's life ends? I've analyzed the algorithms and determined that all the spells written in the book are nothing more than theories. Not one of them has ever been properly tested. There are no success rates, no data of any kind. So why was I naive enough to attempt something so foolish? I devoted everything I have, my blood, my soul, to an end that was destined never to succeed in the first place. Destined never to succeed? I'm afraid so. You've been striding toward a hopeless ideal this whole time. And Yoshie Shinozaki herself said all this? That can't be right. You told me I could bring them all back. If I can't, then what was the point?
I began to shudder. My voice was going hoarse. And I made the same mistake twice. Gone after a way to undo things only to make them far, far worse? Yeah, you did, Ayumi. You really did. Aiko could see how much this revelation was affecting me and bit her lip. She seemed like she finally succumbed to her own conscience. It's the same for me. Honestly, I was half in doubt the whole time. Or, I guess it'd be more accurate to say, I never actually believed you'd be able to do it. I'm sorry. I led you here to achieve my own goals. I just wanted to see my friends, who are gone. I wanted to hear their voices just one last time. This was like a new Aiko. Bearing it all, as opposed to hardening her heart like she always had. This is why I love Best Girl Aiko. She learned how to be a person and, not be a bitch, and I like it. She wanted friends. And she finally made some. Now all she wanted to do was cherish them. Tears streamed down her cheeks faster than she could react to them. She quickly gave up on wiping them away, electing instead to look down and hide her face in her hands. Aiko. Oh, he yoinked it from us! Bravo! Before I even realized it, Misuto had snatched the Kabbalah Dogra from my hand with calculated precision. What are you doing? Nice work! Bravo indeed! You... Humans can't be brought back to life. The very notion is absurd. Is your pea brain really so full of flowers and rainbows you actually believed you could cheat death? Misuto's condemnation and contempt seemed to have an even greater effect on Aiko than on me. Her face was racked with guilt and sadness. I was starting to share her expression, however, as the implications of his actions began to dawn on me. I fell backward into a sitting position on the ground. The book was always meant to destroy, not create. There's not a single page in it about true revival. If the book acknowledges you, it grants you great power. That's it! And you lost it! You truly are a worthless bitch. However, even garbage like you isn't completely useless. You were very crucial to my plan, and you should thank your lucky stars for that. This is the crystallization of the wisdom possessed by the witches. It's everything from the inside of the book you completely lost, Ayumi. Everything. And with it, I can create a new Book of Shadows! Misuto inserted the Nirvana's crystal into the depression in his book. The skin is nothing more than a case, using the manuscript left behind by my grandfather. A sharp tone rang out, and the entire area was quickly bathed in a contradictory light, black as night, yet bright as the noonday sun. Yes, yes, yes! At long last, the Nirvana! It's spreading! What is that? Take a look! Isn't it spectacular? The sky had what looked like a giant gunshot in it, with spider-webbed cracks projecting outward from it. and the gunshot was now growing into a full gaping hole. And inside the hole, an upside-down view of the real world was clearly visible. It was nighttime, so everything was a little dark, but it was absolutely, identifiably the world we knew. And in that world, a small black, grain-like objects began emanating from the floating orb, cluttering like locusts and dancing across the sky. So that's where the physical location of the Nirvana is.
Miss Kuon, look!
Through the fissure in the sky, we could see nighttime scenery from the real world.
What is that? Don't tell me where... This is a surprise. Seems this place is inside the black sphere we saw hanging over Tokyo. Does that mean Heavenly Host has already appeared in our world? By all appearances, yes. It's a rather terrifying prospect. If the wall that separates the real world and the ever after were to break, the two should become one. I can't even imagine how this plane would manifest itself. The shrine with the bell is fully lit now. Miss Kuon, Satoshi, Kishinuma, let's go. Yes, let's.
All right, come on, Yoshiki.
Shinozaki, where the hell did you go? Damn it!
Well, you're going right toward her, bro, so... The new Book of Shadows! With it, I have obtained the full power of the Nirvana. The power to surpass Sachi!
Okay, so use it and stop her! Her curse is spreading across the whole world, right? So save everyone! That's the whole reason I gathered those crystals, isn't it?
Fat chance! I don't give two shits about this world, or Sachi, or any of that. I just needed you so I could make with this new book.
So you were just using me after all?
Yeah! Fucking duh! I was clenching my fist so hard that my scrawny arms were quivering. Try as I might to think of a response. There were no more words for this. All I could do was glare.
Go ahead and hate me.
You're too late to actually make any difference.
You see that hole in the sky?
It's the beginning of the end. The Nirvana has finally begun seeping into reality. The whole world will take a downturn now, falling prey to absolute chaos and death. Gonna be fun! Every single person on Earth will go stark raving mad! And it's all thanks to you, Ayumi Shinozaki!
Your utter obliviousness has ensured that my wish will be fulfilled.
In a way, I suppose that makes you a death goddess, doesn't it? The most tragic and deranged one ever to exist.
He's beyond corrupt.
With this, I...
What are you even trying to do here?
Get revenge, of course. Misuto slowly turned, feeling a startlingly cold and expressionless face. Yet, even if his features had no depth, his eyes shone with an almost cartoonish malevolence. He had quite literally become an embodiment of pure evil. Whoa! From a spot in the real world, there was clearly visible to us through the fissure in the sky. A large, black, monolith-like pillar suddenly sprouted out of the ground. The Nirvana's power lust can't be sated by this dimension alone, so it would seem it's begun spreading there as well. That, my friends, is the entity wall. Come on, Nirvana, that all you got? You can do better than that, and you will. Because guess who's in control of you? That's right, I am! He pounded the book, and just like that, another entity wall formed. This time it sprawled beneath the freeway, puncturing and utterly destroying it, scattering countless cars and bikes every which way, as if they were toys. No! What? Ignorant fools. I'll show you my version of justice. The Yogura will never die! Stop! Please! Ayumi! I was an ass for believing in you. You certainly were. I was keeping track of you through that Argus cube the whole time. You were like a loyal puppet doing my bidding without even knowing it. The only things capable of crystallizing the power of the Nirvana are the inheritors of the Shinozaki bloodline, you see? So I had no choice but to let you do the dirty work in my stead. To think it would go this smoothly, though. Took almost no effort to link the Nirvana in the real world. You liar! You double-crosser! You traitor! You told me I could bring them all back! Whining like a baby can't save you now. The new grimoire will be perfect, and you won't have to worry your pretty little head about it anymore. Because I'll be releasing you from your duties as a Shinozaki, understand? This book controls the full powers of the Nirvana. And the inheritor of the Book of Shadows' considerable power isn't going to Martaba's tomb, nor will it be you of the Shinozaki lineage. It will be me. I don't care who inherits it, as long as it's not a sick freak like you! Just give me the book! Think about how what you're doing would make Sis feel! You a fucking idiot! Nothing I do is gonna make some dead bitch feel a damn thing! Dead bitch? Don't tell me everything you said about Hinoue was a lie too! Misuto flinched slightly. I seemed to have struck a nerve. Though how deeply that nerve ran, I couldn't say. I think that he did honestly care about Hinoue and that she was the only person who understood him, and her death pushed him over the edge. He recovered quickly, but still. What of it? All you need to know is your sister was a dumbass, throwing everything away that she'd worked for, and even sacrificing her own life to save the likes of you! My tear glands twitched in pain. Every negative emotion came flooding through me at once. I wanted to pounce on this man. I wanted to wring his neck. I wanted him to die. Your usefulness has come to an end for me. Thanks to you, the end of the world is closer than ever. All that's left for you now is to repent your sins and perish. Is it really my fault? Again? All those deaths were on me. All the suffering, the pain, the fear. It was all caused by me. I'll take mercy on you, though, and send you to meet your sister right now. Prepare to die! Ayumi! Shinozaki! Run! Kishinuma! Seriously, go! This guy's lost it! You dare speak ill of me? I know that peasant face of yours. Who are you again? Kishinuma, stop! It's too dangerous! Yeah, I know. Just get away from him! But he's probably right. It was my own reckless behavior that caused all this to happen. It's because I didn't think before I act. Suzumoto, Miss Yui, Morishige, Shinohara, even my sister! It's all my fault! All my fault! I wish I'd never been born! Whoa! I tried to scream those words, but my voice was so hoarse that it came out almost like a squeak. That's Sachiko! What is she doing here? I crouched down and buried my face in my hands at this point, and in doing so I failed to notice the sudden appearance of none other than Sachiko. Red dress and all. Huh? Shiozaki, no! This isn't your fault! You're not responsible! Ah! You just wanted everyone to be happy! You just wanted to see all your friends alive and well! Who the hell could possibly find fault with that? Being tricked isn't your fault. It's the fault of the person who tricked you. So get this through your thick skull. You did nothing wrong. You are not to blame! Kishinuma! Yoshiki! Class rep! Shinozaki! Sis? Mochida? You're all here, but why? Misuto ceased trying to wrestle with Kishinuma, instead making a grand sweeping motion with his hand. Oh, fuck! Kishinuma! Bastard needs to learn when to quit. Felt like I was cornered in a thin film of snot and tears by this point. But I put on my most intimidating face I could and tried to stare Misuto down. He did stop and stare back, though it certainly wasn't due to intimidation. Inoue, you failed. You've left nothing of value behind in this world. Stop! What the hell is your problem? You're Satoshi Mochida. In that moment, the entire space shook violently, every single which way beneath our feet. As this occurred, a massive, virtually indescribable object floated into existence behind us. How marvelous! It's the seventh pillar, the Sephiroth of knowledge. I made this happen with the power of my Book of Shadows! What in the world? It's over, Ayumi. With this destructive pillar, it won't just be a simple fissure anymore. The wall between our worlds will break down and reality will fuse with the Nirvana. Huh? What's happening in your stomach? Huh? There was a light emanating from my stomach, but as soon as I caught a glimpse of it, it disappeared. An illusion? Nice try. Now, let's get ready to bring down the wall, shall we? Heavenly hosts will crumble too, you know, but you'll make a fine sacrifice, Ayumi. As will you, Kuon Niwa. You know me? Of course! You're that famous prodigy. The human who raised standards across the board for medicine, occult studies, and technology. Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma all turned their heads and once to look at Kuon, jaw slightly agape. Three of them had no knowledge of any of this. All they could do was stare in disbelief. Unfortunately, due to your immense talents, your parents and sister alike have been inevitably corrupted. And look how well that's worked out for them. No, it's not true! Now then, I am a bit bothered that I couldn't locate the Nirvana's core, but no matter. Once the school's been turned into rubble, I'll have all the time in the world to find it. And then the new Book of Shadows will be complete. Miss Kuon looked down at the Ever After stones, but the spirit meter attached to them still wasn't showing a full charge. Oh, good! Haha, very nice! Good boy.
What do I do?
Oh my god, I didn't even get the chance! I hesitated for a moment, torn as to whether I should try to stop Misuto or prioritize lending a hand to Kishinuma and my friends.
I can't let this happen! I will stop you! What the fuck was that? Stop! You have to stop this!
That was the most desperate cry I'd heard from Aiko.
Please, don't kill her! This has nothing to do with this!
How pathetic! No! Just as Miss Kuon screamed, a giant, hellish beast spawned right before our eyes, and in front of it was an enormous mouth. It made a beeline straight for Aiko, passed right through her body. Something not unlike black smoke coiled around it for a moment. It roared like a dinosaur, twisted its body to and fro, then flew over the guardrail and exited the scene. The only thing left was Aiko's body, without a head. No! Best girl! No! She remained upright for a split second, then tumbled lifelessly over the rail and into the pit. To bits with you, Heavenly Host Elementary! As if on cue, the entire school began to shake violently. Why is Sachiko just standing there doing nothing? So violently that not a single one of us could keep our balance. Naomi! This is well beyond any other earthquake we'd ever experienced at Heavenly Host to date. The shaking eventually died down, but things looked a lot different when it did. The sky above us was now blood red, with certain sections here and there bursting in black flame. And on that note, farewell, my guinea pigs!
How could this happen? Miss Kuon! The Nirvana! This school is going to collapse! Miss Kuon, is there some way back? My ever-after zones aren't fully charged yet. It'll be several hours yet until they are. No!
I was slumped over, crying my eyes out as this conversation unfolded. Miss Kuon looked over at me, however, and saw something else. A girl in a red dress standing directly behind me. Sachiko. Does that mean that no one else could see her?
You may yet be able to save yourself. What? Sachiko Shinozaki has possessed you. You should listen to what she has to say. No!
I objected strongly for obvious reasons, but I knew she was right, at least about the possession. I could sense Sachiko behind me. I could see her now, too. But of everyone else present, Miss Kuon was the only other one who could.
No! Miss Kuon, I'm staying with all of you! Well, I don't mean to be blunt, but if those tears of yours are true, and you do feel some sense of responsibility for what's happened here, then the only way for you to atone is to live on, and watch over the future of this world, and protect this. If you choose death, even when there's a chance to live, then you're simply giving up. You're running away. No. We don't have time to argue. Go! No! I was absolutely inconsolable, but Miss Kuon just smiled. She stood behind me and patted Sachiko on the head. Sachiko, responsible for so much pain and torment, who now looked, for all the world, like a pure, innocent, lost little girl. Reacting to this new stimulus, Sachiko closed one eye and turned her head towards Miss Kuon, a satisfied expression on her face. Please? I'm responsible for so much pain and loss of life, yet only I get to be saved? Oh. I had no conscious desire to go along with this. Yet it seemed I was, whether I liked it or not. Everything around me began glowing white, and my body was floating off the ground. Be strong. She really was so much like Miss Yui. Below me, I could see Mochida shielding Nakashima from the falling debris while staring at my rapidly ascending body. Kishinuma had stood back up and was watching me as well. No! 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 Mochida Nakashima! Miss Kuon! In an instant, the turbulent fates of Mochida, Nakashima, Kishinuma, and Miss Kuon all came to a close, as the four of them were distinctly and unmistakably crushed before my eyes. So Sachiko saved us. Also, how is she... When and how did she possess us? I am confused. My vision warped. My memories jumbled. And then there was just the sky that hung above the real world, above our world. The black orb was there. It was swelling up bigger and bigger, almost like a fetus, rapidly gestating to term. That is an image. It quickly grew too big to be contained and burst open. Strands of black energy shot out in all directions, and the entirety of the night sky was dyed in an eerie reddish black. The Nirvana had now broken free of its bonds, and it wasted no time pulling the real world into its embrace. Oh, man! I want to check to make sure that I got all of the bad endings for that chapter. Well, apparently that is the end of that chapter. That bad ending we got with the mirror was the only other bad ending. So I think this is the best place to cut it for this episode. Holy crap, Chapter 7. Wow, we've got a bunch of extra chapters now, but, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. Next time we're gonna see the aftermath of the end of the world, and see if there's anything we can do to fix it. Oh my god, like... I remember playing this part when I first, like, you know, played the game. Not, like, you know, like, all I had to go on were, like, what I knew of the characters in this game. It hurt so much more knowing how much all these characters went through. And I was still sad that Best Girl Aiko died. But, like, oh my god, like... God. And now to, like, realize, like... the full depth of, like, what Ayumi must be feeling. God, it hurts so much more. But, either way, hopefully next time we'll figure out how to potentially fix this, because, as we all know, there's always a happy ending. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. A little bit. Like, the first few games have been bittersweet, and, like, there's a bittersweet ending to this game, too, but, like, I like it, and...
I can't wait to get to it next time. Well, actually, we're not going to get to it next time because, I mean, like, I know we're not going to completely finish, you know, this game in the next chapter. I think that there's 9 chapters total, but I don't quite remember off the top of my head. But either way, thanks again, everybody. And as always, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe it if you're not already. Ring that bell for all them notifications is. And until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers. Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, why don't you consider subscribing to my Patreon so I can keep making awesome videos like the one you just saw. The link will be in the description below, and as always, have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day.